this session. We chant the 15th chapter every single day. And this young girl knows a lot of the verses. So let's see if I can find it. Yeah, got it. Okay. So she will read the Sanskrit, and we would like a volunteer to read the English. Who would like to read the English? Maybe Tarun can read the English. What do you think?
Yeah, I can read the English.
Okay. Okay. So, Shavi, you can start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Urvamulam Atah Shakham Ashvatham Prahuravyayam Chandamsi Yasya Parnani Yastam Veda Savedavit.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that has its roots upward and its branches down, and whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is a knower of the Vedas.
अथश्चोद्वं प्रसुतास्तस्य शाखा गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालः अथश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धेन मनुष्यलोके.
The branches of this tree extend downward and upward, nourished by the three modes of material nature. The twigs are the objects of the senses. This tree also has roots going down, and these are bound to the fruitive actions of human society.
न रूपमस्ये हततोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चाधे न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा ततः पदं तत् परिमार्जितव्यं यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः त्वमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यथा प्रवृत्तिः प्रसुता पुराणी.
The real form of this tree cannot be perceived in this world. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, where its foundation is. But with determination, one must cut down this strongly rooted tree with a weapon of detachment. Thereafter, one must seek the place from which, having gone, one never returns, and there surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom everything began and from whom everything has extended since time immemorial.
निर्मानमोहा चितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्तः सुखदुःखसंज्ञैर्गच्छन्ति मूढा पदमव्ययं तत्.
Those who are free from false prestige, illusion, and false association, who understand the eternal, who are done with material lust, who are freed from the dualities of happiness and distress, and who, unbewildered, know how to surrender unto the Supreme Person, attain to that eternal kingdom.
न तद्भासते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम.
That supreme abode of mine is not illuminated by the sun or moon, nor by fire, nor electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world.
ममैवाशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनः षष्ठानि इन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति.
The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind.
शरीरं यद्वाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात्.
The living entity in the material world carries his different conceptions of life from one body to another, as the air carries aromas. Thus, he takes one kind of body and again quits it to take another.
श्रोत्रं चक्षुः स्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते.
The living entity, thus taking another gross body, obtains a certain type of ear, eye, tongue, nose, and sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. He thus enjoys a particular set of sense objects.
उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानां न पश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषा.
The foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of the modes of nature. But one whose eyes are trained in knowledge can see all this.
इतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं इतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्ति चेतसा.
The endeavoring transcendentalists who are situated in self-realization can see all this clearly, but those whose minds are not developed and who are not situated in self-realization cannot see what is taking place, though they may try.
यदादित्यगतं तेजो जगद्भासेतेऽखिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नो तत्तेजो विद्युमामकम्.
The splendor of the sun, which dissipates the darkness of this whole world, comes from me, and the splendor of the moon and the splendor of fire are also from me.
कामविश्वभूतानि धारयाम्य अमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधीः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मका.
I enter into each planet, and by my energy, they stay in orbit. I become the moon and thereby supply the juice of life to all vegetables.
अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्ता पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्.
I am the fire of digestion in the bodies of all living entities, and I join with the air of life, outgoing and incoming, to digest the four kinds of foodstuff.
सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मतः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृतवेद्विदेव चाहम्.
I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas.
द्वाविमो पुरुषो लोके क्षरचाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कुटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते.
There are two classes of beings, the fallible and the infallible. In the material world, every living entity is fallible, and in the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible.
उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः परमात्मेति उदारतः यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्तव्यय ईश्वरः.
Besides these two, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord Himself, who has entered the three worlds and is maintaining them.
यस्मात्क्षरमतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रथितः पुरुषोत्तमः.
Because I am transcendental, beyond both the fallible and the infallible, and because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as that supreme person.
यो मामेव सम्मूढो जानाति पुरुषोत्तमं स सर्वविद् भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत.
Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotional service to me, O son of Bharata.
इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदमुक्तं मया नघ एतद् बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमानस्य कृतकृतयश्च भारत.
This is the most confidential part of the Vedic scriptures, O sinless one, and it is disclosed now by me. Whoever understands this will become wise, and his endeavors will know perfection.
Jai. 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita ki.
Jai.
जय.
Srila
Very
Prabhupada.
nice pronunciation.
Yes, she is expert. Shaivi ki jai. So are you going to go to sleep now, Shaivi?
Yes.
Okay, thank you
Thank
so much. You're amazing.
Thank
Hare
you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So this, she's a very special person. And
She knows them by heart.
she knows them by heart. What a great example for us. Oh, great. Arudip, how are you? Good. Nice to see you. Very good. Very good. So, what we can do, Padmaja, we can sing the Nishinga Kavach again if you don't mind.
Yeah, yeah, Prabhu.
About maybe about 20-25 minutes time. Especially we want to sing for Tarun's brother who is in Bharat. And
Dipti's brother.
oh, Dipti's brother. He's struggling a little bit. So we just want to especially pray for him. But before we do that, I wanted to talk about this month. Why are we celebrating in this month? This month is actually regarded to be a very special month. It's called Purushottama Mass. However, not everybody thinks that. So I wanted to just explain why it is considered to be such a special month. It's so special that actually is worshipped all over the universe by the devotees, by the sages, by the demigods, even Lakshmi Devi herself. And it is said that if one sincerely worships Radha and Krishna in this month, then we will achieve everything, both material and spiritual goals. Of course, we want to aim to do spiritual goals because material goals are temporary. They will not last beyond this body. So why aim for something which is very impermanent? And one who observes this Purushottam Vrat, they burn up their sinful reactions from their bad karma, and they get the service of Radha and Krishna, which is the aim for the bhaktas. This Purushottam month is the best month for spiritual advancement, because in this month, Krishna doesn't look at any of our mistakes. And this observance of this month is also regarded to be one of the best austerities. So devotees do different types of vrat. So we'll talk about that, different vows they make in this month. And this is the concept of Adhik Mas. You may be familiar with this. It's peculiar to the lunar calendar. And the reason for that is the lunar calendar is about 1 day every month shorter on average than the solar calendar. So every year, roughly 11 days are short in the lunar calendar. Every 3 years or so, extra month is added to the lunar calendar to bring it in line with the solar calendar. So this month is actually, previously it was called Malmas. When it originally came, many, many eons ago, everybody was very suspicious of this month because they hadn't come across it before, and they were thinking this is a dirty month. This mal mas, mal means dirty, and they didn't do any sacrifice at this month. They wouldn't do any graha pravesh. They wouldn't do any weddings. You will be familiar with this. When it's Adhik Mas, we don't do anything auspicious. Auspicious means we don't do things which will give us benefit from a material point of view. But actually the sages at that time were thinking that's great, because if you don't do your auspicious things, at least for bhakti, we don't have to worry about you guys. So we can do a lot of bhakti. So this month, however, felt very bad. Every month is a personality in a Bharatiya culture and has a protector, a husband, usually one of the devatas. Now, this month had no protector. The month was abused and was feeling very bad, very dejected. So this month went to Vishnu in Vaikuntha and pleaded that do something, otherwise, what is the point of my existence? So Vishnu said, okay, let's go to Krishna and we can put your case to Krishna in Golok Vrindavan. So there's no difference between Krishna and Vishnu, but Krishna is a different personality. Although one God, just a different body, different name. So they went to Golok Vrindavan to see Lord Krishna. And at that time, Krishna, he inquired, why is this person so unhappy? This is Golok Vrindavan. Nobody is unhappy here. So then she put her case forward. Nobody cares for me. Every time I come into the lunar calendar, I am ignored, I am abused, and I have no protector, no husband. So Lord Krishna was listening to her, and he always listens to prayers of the sincere, and this month was very sincere. So he said to her, because you've come here and you petitioned me like this very nicely, I will become your husband. I will become your protector. And because you are marrying me, everything that belongs to the husband belongs to the wife as well. So you will get my qualities, you will get my fame, you will get my opulence. You can give benedictions like I give benedictions. You are as potent as I am. From now on, you imbue my qualities. You are equal to me. And I will also give you a very special name. My name is Purushottama. Purush means the supreme enjoyer. Uttam means the highest. So he's known as Purushottama, the highest living being, the most special being. So your name will also be Purushottama. So that's why we call it Purushottama Mas. So she is amazing. She can give all types of benedictions. And devotees do different things in this month. They take some extra devotional activities. In this month, bhakti is multiplied many, many times. So we try to do more of this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, chanting on beads. We meditate on Radha and Krishna a lot more. We offer a ghee lamp to Radha and Krishna every single day, pictures or deities. We do Tulsi Aarti or Parikram of Tulsi as well. And we can offer Tulsi to Radha and Krishna pictures and deities. Every day we read this 15th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Very important, because the name of that chapter is Purushottama Yoga. And if you may have picked up the last 2 or 3 verses, Krishna refers to himself as Purushottama. So because he's given this name to this month of Purushottama, so we recite this 15th chapter every day. We try to be more peaceful, truthful during this month. And one thing we do is we always overeat every day. So we try to reduce our eating from our normal diet. And that can be anything. We can replace one meal with fruit or eat once a day, like that. Many people do different types of vrat. And we do charity, so many different things. So in this way, we celebrate this, this month. Another thing that is done, especially in Vrindavan, is that the Tithi of the month, whatever it may be, special celebrations take place. So today is actually very special. Today is the 8th day. It's called Astami. Yeah, Astami. So on Astami, what is the biggest festival that is conducted on Astami? Anybody know? What do you think is the biggest festival?
Durgastami?
Okay. Yeah. Any other festival?
Janmashtami.
Janmashtami, Krishnashtami.
Yeah.
And Radhas.
Radhastami?
Radhastami, yes, that's right. So we're a little bit biased, you know. We sort of focused on Radha and Krishna. Okay. So let me open up. We can talk about Janmashtami, because if we can set, and in Vrindavan they actually celebrate like it's Janmashtami. So it's very, very special. So now let me see if I can find us. Wait a minute. Share. No, hang on. Stop share. Wait. There you are. Now, I don't know if you can see this on your screens.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we can talk about Janmashtami. What happened long time ago? The earth was overburdened by the demoniac forces, especially of Kams. And the Devatas, they went to Lord Vishnu in Shwetadvip, and they prayed for help in this month. And Lord Vishnu communicated through Lord Brahma to the Devatas that I will be appearing soon, and you also should all take birth in the family of the Vrishnis or the Yadus, and you can also help me in these wonderful pastimes. So at that time, this fellow here, Kamsa, was one of the tyrant rulers. There was an Akashvani saying that the 8th son of Vasudeva and Devaki will be the cause of your death. They had just got married. He was actually riding the chariot, driving the chariot. And when this Akashvani came, he became furious. He was ready to kill Devaki. But Vasudeva stopped him and said, no, don't do such a crazy, sinful thing. She's your beloved cousin sister. Why do you want to kill her? I will promise you that I will give you every child that comes. And Kamsa knew that Vasudeva was a man of his word. So he agreed for them to live. But he imprisoned them. And every time a baby was born, Vasudeva would present the baby to Kamsa, and Kamsa would kill the child. So the first 6 children were killed that way. The 7th child was transferred from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini, another wife. That was the first, what they call it, test tube baby transfer in the world. The 8th child came to Devaki. And at that time, all the Devatas, they came and they paid their respects to both Devaki and the child within the womb. And soon the child came before Devaki and Vasudeva, but he didn't come like an ordinary child. He came as Vishnu. Mhm. And he didn't cry. Normally, when the baby comes out, he cries or she cries. And if they don't cry, they're given a slap so that they are made to cry. Because this is the material world. You suffer. So this Lord Vishnu came, and Devaki and Vasudeva prayed to him and said to him, please change yourself to a small child, otherwise Kamsa will kill you. So Vishnu agreed and actually turned into Krishna. So our scriptures, the Brahma Samhita, the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Bhagavad Gita, they explain that actually this little baby here, Krishna, is the source of all the avatars, including Vishnu. So even though it appears that Vishnu came first and then transformed into Krishna, actually the original Supreme Lord is Krishna himself. And there's a lot of scripture evidence for this. Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha, Nadi Radhi Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. Ishvara Parama Krishna, the first Supreme is Ishvara, is Krishna.
Today we read Krishna to Bhagwan Swayam.
Krishna to Bhagwan Swayam. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamamacha. Govindam, Govinda Krishna. Adi Purush, the original Purush. Tamham Bhajami. I worship him. That's what Brahma says. So what happened? Krishna, or even actually Vishnu, advised Vasudeva that you should take me to Vrindavan, Gokul, and swap me with the child of Yashoda. So he did this, even though he didn't know he could do this. He said, yes, I will do that. So what happened? Three things happened. The shackles were broken. What were keeping them bound? They were broken. The doorkeepers fell asleep and the doors opened. So our acharyas tell us that this is very significant. When we have such an attitude that we will do anything Krishna wants, no problem. Three things happen. Our karma gets finished because Krishna is in our heart. So that's the shackles get broken. The shackles of karma hold us in this world. Second thing that happens is all the doors of Maya, lust, anger, they go to sleep. Just like the doorkeepers, guards fell asleep. And the third thing that happens is the doors of the spiritual world open. Just like the gates of the prison house opened. So if we have the Lord within our heart, then actually we never have any difficulties in this world, even though this world is full of difficulties. So Vasudeva took baby Krishna, and he's protected here by Anantashesh, who's an incarnation of Balaram, across the Yamuna. Yamuna was very strong in those days, but it parted for Krishna. And then in Gokul, Yashoda Mai just had a baby girl. She was very tired from childbirth, giving birth to the girl. So she fell asleep. And Vasudeva came, swapped Krishna for the girl, and went back to Mathura, into the prison again. And next day, Kamsa realized, baby is born, came to kill. It's a girl, Kamsa, leave her alone. No, she's gonna kill me. So he grabbed the baby and he threw it against the wall. At that time, Durga Mai flew up into the sky and she warned him that your killer is already born, Kamsa. Your end will be soon. And she disappeared. So this is the pastime of Sri Krishna Janamastami. So I wanted to share that with everybody. Are there any questions or any comments? Audit, do you go? Any questions? You're welcome to have.
I'll think about it. If I have a question, I'll ask you in a bit.
No problem. No problem.
Is this Purushottama Masa comes once in 3 years?
Yes, roughly 3 years.
Yeah.
Roughly 3
We
years.
we call it Mala Masa, as you said.
That's the name original.
Yeah.
Mal means actually stool,
Yeah.
dirty. Yeah, so it's not a nice word. And Adhik Mas is another extra month.
Yeah. Adhika means extra. Yeah.
Yeah. And but the word we like is Purushottam because that is Krishna's name. So when we say Purushottam, that gives us unlimited benefit alone. And it's important to do something in this month of some spiritual, some extra bhakti. So maybe reading Bhagavad Gita every day, or something different, because you get so much spiritual benefit by doing that. And we're not hampered by any other puja. There's no Griha Pravesh you can do. There's no weddings, no rituals. So you just do bhakti, simple bhakti. And this simple bhakti takes us back to Krishna. This is the beauty of Purushottam Mass. So anybody else would like to know anything about this month? Were you aware of this month? Significance, yeah?
Yeah, most of us in at least in the eastern side, we knew about this month, but it's called Purushottama Mas. We didn't know.
Yeah.
Mala Mas we know that nothing auspicious is performed like wedding or any like Graha Pravesh, as you said.
That's right.
And in Jagannath temple also there are different rituals go on during this time.
Yeah.
Nothing special happens.
Especially now. Good. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so
Does Jagannath actually come out any of the days?
No, only during Rath Yatra.
Okay. No, because we saw a picture last week posted and he was outside. I just wondered.
No.
Okay.
Doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
So what we can do is we can ask we can ask Padmaja. She is the world expert on Nashinga Kavach. And Nashinga Kavach is a very powerful prayer. Lord Nrsimhadev is half man, half lion. You will be familiar with him. He came to protect his devotee called Prahlad, because Prahlad was completely devoted to Vishnu. And Hiranyakashipu, his father, was completely against Vishnu. So he would harass Prahlad to the extent of trying to kill him in many different ways. But Prahlad was such a great devotee of God. He would never even ask for protection. He would always be thinking, oh, my father is just playing with me. He would put him in a pit of snakes, but Krishna would turn the snakes into ropes. And Prahlad would be thinking, this is just some trick my father's playing. But he was always meditating on God. So Krishna would always protect him, no matter what difficult situation he was in. And eventually, Nrsimhadev came, half man, half lion, and he destroyed Hiranyakashipu. So this Narayan, this Nrsimha Kavach, is Kavach means protective shield. So it's a protective shield, and we can pray on behalf of somebody to give them protection. We can pray for ourselves to give ourselves protection, like that. Very powerful prayer. So we can recite that. But Maja, Would you
Yeah,
like?
yeah. I will start from.
Say? Oh, yes. Actually, wait a minute. I can bring it up. Just 1 second. Good point. Good point. Okay, now. Yes. Oh, Tarun, do you know this Nashinga Kavach at all?
I don't remember.
Okay, okay.
Normally, when we are at temple, it is sung every day.
Oh, no. Oh, you mean at home?
No, not at home. Otherwise, I would have remembered it.
No, I mean in Bhubaneswar, you mean?
Oh, yeah, sometimes, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we'll start.
Just let me bring it up. Just 1 second. I'll get there. Okay, you can start.
Yeah. नरसिंहकवचस्तोत्रं नरसिंहकवचं भक्षे प्रह्लादेनोदितं पुरा सर्वरक्षाकरं पुण्यं सर्वोपद्रवनाशनं सर्वसम्पत्करं चैव स्वर्गमोक्षप्रदायकं ध्यात्वा नृसिंहं देवेशं हेमसिंहासनस्थितं विवृतास्यं त्रिनयनं शरद इन्दुसमप्रभं लक्ष्म्यालिङ्गितवामाङ्गं विभूतिभिः उपाश्रितं चतुर्भुजं कोमलाङ्गं स्वर्णकुण्डलशोभितं श्रियाशु शोभितोरस्कं रत्नकेयूरमुद्रितं तप्त कांचन संकासं पीत निर्मलवाससं इंद्रादिसुरमौलिस्तस्फुरन्माणिक्य दीप्तिभिः विराजिता पदद्वन्द्वं शङ्खचक्रादिहेतिभिः गरुत्मता च विन्यास्तूयमानं मुदान्वितं स्वहृत्कमलसंवासं कृत्वा तु कवचं पठेत् नृसिंहो मे शिरः पातु लोकरक्षात्मसम्भवः सर्वगोऽपि स्तम्भवासः फलं मे रक्षतु ध्वनिं नृसिंहो मे दृशौ पातु सोमसूर्याग्निलोचनः श्रुतिं मे पातु नृहरिः मुनिवर्या स्तुतिप्रियः नासां मे सिंहनासस्तु मुखं लक्ष्मीमुखप्रियः सर्वविद्याधिपः पातु नृसिंहो रसना मम वक्त्रं पात्विन्दुवदन सदा प्रह्लादवन्दितः नृसिंहः पातु मे कण्ठं स्कन्धौ भूवरणान्तकृत् दिव्यास्त्रशोभितभुजो नृसिंह पातु मे भुजौ करौ मे देववरदो नृसिंहः पातु सर्वतः हृदयं योगिसाज्यश्च निवासं पातु मे हरिः मध्यं पातु हिरण्याक्षवक्ष कुक्षिविदारणः नाभिं मे पातु नृहरिः स्वनाभि ब्रह्म संस्तुतः ब्रह्माण्डकोटेः कट्यां यस्यासौ पातु मे कटिं गुह्यं मे पातु गुह्यानां मन्त्राणां गुह्यरूपदृक् ऊरु मनोभः पातु जानुनी नररूपदृक् जङ्गे पादो धराभराहर्ता यो असौ नृकेशरी सुरराज्यप्रदः पातु पादौ मे नृहरीश्वरः सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः पातु मे शर्वसस्तनुं महोग्रह पूर्वतः पातु महावीराग्रजो अग्नितः महाविष्णुः दक्षिणे तु महाज्वालस्तु नैऋतौ पश्चिमे पातु सर्वेषु दिशि मे सर्वतोमुखः नृसिंहः पातु वायव्यां सौम्यां भीषणविग्रहः ईशान्यां पातु भद्रो मे सर्वमङ्गलदायकः संसार भयादः पातु मृत्योन्मृत्योन्नृकेशरी इदं नृसिंहकवचं प्रह्लादमुखमण्डितं भक्तिमान्यः पठेन् नित्यं सर्वपापैः प्रमुच्यते पुत्रवान् धनवान् लोके दीर्घायुरुपजायते यं यं कामयति कामं तं तं प्राप्नोत्यसंशयं सर्वत्र जयमाप्नोति सर्वत्र विजयी भवेत् भूमि अन्तरिक्ष दिव्यानां ग्रहाणां विनिवारणं वृश्चिकोरगशम्भूत विशापहरणं परं ब्रह्म राक्षसयक्षाणां दूरोत्सारणकारणं भूर्जेवातालपत्रे वा कवचं लिखितं शुभं करमूले धृतं येन सिद्ध्येयुः कर्मसिद्धयः देवासुरमनुष्येषु स्वंसं येव जयं लभेत् एकसंज्ञं त्रिसंज्ञं वा यः पठेन्नियतो नरः सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं भुक्तिं मुक्तिं च विन्दति द्वात्रिंशतिसहस्राणि पठे शुद्धातं बिन्नृभिः कवचस्यास्य मन्त्रस्य मन्त्रसिद्धिः प्रजायते अनेन मन्त्रराजेन कृत्वा भस्माभिमन्त्रणं तिलकं विवीर्यादेस्तु तस्य ग्रहभयं हरेत् त्रिवारं जपमानस्तु दत्तं भार्याभिमन्त्रे च प्राशयद्यं नरं मन्त्रं नृसिंहध्यानमाचरेत् तस्य रोगः प्रणश्यन्तु ये च शुकुक्षी सम्भवः किमत्र बहुनोक्तेन नृसिंहसदृशो भवेत् मनसा चिन्तितं यत्तु सा तच्चाप्नोत्य संशयं गर्जन्तं गर्जयन्तं निजभुजपतनं स्फोटयन्तं हरन्तं दीप्यन्तं तापयन्तं दिविजं क्षेपयन्तं क्षिपन्तं क्रन्दन्तं रोषयन्तं दिशिजसतं संहरन्तं वरन्तं वीक्षन्तं घूर्णयन्तं कर्णिकरशतैः दिव्यसिंहं नमामि इति श्रीब्रह्माण्डपुराणे प्रह्लादोक्तं श्रीनृसिंहकवचं सम्पूर्णम्.
So, wow. Thank you very much. Nrsimha Kavach ki jai. So, as you can see, Padmaja is the world fastest reciter of the Nrsimha Kavach.
Yeah,
I
so
think-
fluent.
she knows it by heart. How old were you when you learnt it?
2006 onwards. Yes.
Wow, that's
2006.
amazing. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So there's another Nrsimha prayer that we do, which I wanted to also sing. So we got time. Yeah, we can do Aarti as well. Let's do this. So again, this is for you. What is the name of your brother?
Praveen and Pawan.
Okay. So
No,
who?
no. That's Padmaja.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's Padmaja. No,
Dipti.
sorry. Yeah, Dipti's brother, who's not well.
His brother is Deepak, but we have got other friends whose relatives are also ill.
You can mention their names.
One is Mitu, and another is Amruta's father-in-law. Yeah, so they are also ill. Little bit, so we'll pray for all of them.
Yeah, that's very good.
And we have got Pavan, Vani, Avnish, and Nilu and Vanisha. Some of them are little ill. They're recovering. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
Krishna, where is Avnish?
He's coming. And I was going to thank you for this one. Like mainly on Thursdays in Andhra Pradesh, we particularly do the Nrsimha thing. There is a temple in Yadgiri, I don't know if you all know, and also in Visakhapatnam, Varaha Nrsimha. So on Thursdays, mainly in those two temples, it's a real auspicious thing. We do Nrsimha Puja on Thursdays. Thank you for bringing this up mainly. Thank you.
It's thanks to Padmaja.
Of course. Thank you. And Tarun for organizing.
Yeah, she's very good. She's very good. Thank you for sharing that as well.
Yes.
And you must have been there, Padmaja, huh? To the temples they're mentioning.
Yeah, Simhachalam I went. Ahobilam I went. I visited Ahobilam.
Wow.
Upper and lower Ahobilams. Nava Narsimha temple are there. Jala Narsimha, Pavan Narsimha. All
Yeah, there are four in
Narsimha.
Andhra, yeah.
Very good. Very good. So who else is on the call from your friends?
So this is Pavan's family. So
Yes.
we had Samajit earlier. You have seen them.
Yep.
Yes.
And we have got Amrita.
And Liana was there also.
And no, Liana is not.
Liana was there.
Okay, Amrita and her daughter Liana. They're
And-
there.
Do we know who Rosaline is?
We can't see. We have got Roja and Bibhuti and two little girls.
Nessie and Gracie.
Shivabalam. Yep.
Mm.
We saw.
Yeah, I
And
can't
this-
see the part.
There's somebody called iPhone. They must have a
There's
name.
so many
huh?
people. I didn't see. There's so many people. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's pray for the people you just mentioned.
We have got
okay.
Siva. Yeah.
So, okay. Very good. Very good. Oh, is this is who is this? Amrita?
No.
Yeah. Amrita we just mentioned.
Yeah.
Her father-in-law is recovering now.
Okay. Hi, Hare Krishna. Nice to meet you.
Same here.
Is Sairapit? Is that you?
Sai Arpit.
I put.
So he's offered to Sai.
Ah.
That's the meaning of Sai Arpit.
Acha.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
He's very talented.
And then there's Vani.
Yeah, Vani and Pavan we just.
Ah, okay. You're together.
Okay.
You're together.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like we're in the same room.
Durgesh Nandini, Nabi Prabhu, Durgesh Nandini.
Sai Arpit's mother Nandini.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very good. Very good. Thank you very much for joining.
She's from a singing family. Her mother is very popular singer in Orissa.
Okay. Now you put her in it.
No.
So she also sings a little bit.
Okay. So
Not this time, next time maybe.
No, we can have it.
yeah, we can do
I
it.
have to know some bhajans to sing. I don't know anything. That's the only problem.
No, you have about a month because for the Damodar month, we'll meet again if that's okay. And then definitely you will be singing.
Sure.
Tarun has said Now you're in trouble.
Maybe we can organize Auntie Nandini's mother to join also.
Oh, yes. But
Yeah.
she's in India?
She's in Bhubaneswar, yeah.
So then we can do it early.
Yeah, little early.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe on a Saturday.
Yes, Saturday is possible. Very possible. That's a good idea. Thank you for the suggestion. I'll bear that in mind, Tarun. Very good. So, actually, Tarun, would you like to sing this? You're familiar with this song?
I'm familiar, but I forgot the tune a bit. So
Okay. Namaste Narasimhaya.
do you want me to sing, or I'll repeat? We'll repeat.
Okay,
after
yeah.
you.
JP
We
can
all
sing.
can repeat after you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Namaste Narasingaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Daine.
Praladadaine.
Hiranyakashipu Vakshaya.
Hiranyakasipurvashaya.
Shilatankanakaya hai.
Shilatankanakalaye.
Ito na shingo, parato na shingo.
Ito nasimam parato nasimam.
Yato yamitato na shingo.
Yato yato yamitato nasinga.
Ahe na shingo, hridaye na shingo.
Bahe nasinga rudaye nasinga.
Nashingamadim sharanam prapade.
Nasingamadim saranam prapade.
Tavakala kamalabare. Nakam adbhuta shringam. Lalita hiranyakashipu. Tanubringam. Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare.
Tavakara kamalavare nakham adbhuta singam. Dalita hiranyakasipu tanubhrangam. Kesabadruta narahari rupa. Jaya jagadisa hare. Jaya jagadisa hare. Jaya jagadisa hare.
Jaya Nrsimhadev, 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 Jaya Nrsimhadev.
Jaya Nrsimhadev, 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 Jaya Nrsimhadev.
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj.
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Guru Devai, Jaya Guru Devai, Guru Devai, Jaya Guru Devai.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva.
Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Nitai Go, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Ishvare Bhagwan ki
Jai.
jai. Bhakti Madan ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada
Ki
ki
jai.
jai. Jai Gaura Premanande.
Hari.
So, Dipti, would you, or Tarun, would you like to offer the ghee lamp?
Yeah.
So,
Ghee.
and Padmaja, would you like to sing any stuti?
Yes, Prabhu, Sri Krishna Shtotra Satanamam.
Yes.
Yeah, that was so good. Let's do that. This is 108 names of Krishna. And maybe you can go a little bit slower, huh?
Okay.
If possible, if possible.
Yeah, I'll try that.
I know. Because you have your normal speed. So, oh, yes. Good, yeah. And very beautiful. You have done the altar very nicely, huh? Oh, yeah. Let's go. Hey, good. Let's do that. Very good, very good.
Sri Krishna Shtotra Satanamavalihi. Om Sri Krishnaya Namaha. Om Kamala Nathaya Namaha. Om Vasudevaya Namaha. Om Sanatanaya Namaha. Om Vasudevatmajaya Namaha. Om Punyaya Namaha. Om Leela Manusha Vigrahaya Namaha. Om Srivasta Kaustubhadaraya Namaha. Om Yeshodavatsalaya Namaha. Om Haraye Namaha. Om Chaturbhujata Chakrasi Gada Sankarjayadaya Namaha. Om Devaki Nandanaya Namaha. Om Srishaya Namaha. Om Nanda Gopa Priyatmajaya Namaha. Om Yamuna Vega Samharine Namaha. Om Balabhadra Priyanujaya Namaha. Om Putana Jivitapaharaya Namaha. Shakatasura Bhanjanaya Namaha. Om Nanda Vraja Jananandine Namaha. Om Sachidananda Vigrahaya Namaha. Om Navanita Vidittangaya Namaha. Om Navanita Varaya Namaha. Om Anagaya Namaha. Om Navanita Navaharine Namaha. Om Muchukunda Prashadakaya Namaha. Om Shorastri Sahasreshaya Namaha. Om Trivangine Namaha. Om Madra Kritaye Namaha. Om Suka Vagamritabdaye Namaha. Om Govindaye Namaha. Om Yoginam Pataye Namaha. Om Vatsavatācharāya Namaha. Om Anantaya Namaha. Om Dhenukasura Bhanjanaya Namaha. Om Trinikritina Vartaya Namaha. Om Yamalarjuna Bhanjanaya Namaha. Om Uttara Tala Betre Namaha. Om Gopa Gopishwaraya Namaha. Om Yogine Namaha. Om Koti Surya Samaprabhaya Namaha. Om Ilapataye Namaha. Om Param Jyotishe Namaha. Om Yadavendraya Namaha. Om Yadudvahaya Namaha. Om Vanamaline Namaha. Om Pita Vasine Namaha. Om Parijata Paharakaya Namaha. Om Govardhana Chaloda Hartre Namaha. Om Gopalaya Namaha. Om Sarva Palakaya Namaha. Om Ajaya Namaha. Om Niranjanaya Namaha. Om Kama Janakaya Namaha. Om Kanjalochanaya Namaha. Om Madhugne Namaha. Om Mathura Nathaya Namaha. Om Dwaraka Nayakaya Namaha. Om Baline Namaha. Om Vrindavananta Sancharini Namaha. Om Tulasidama Bhushanaya Namaha. Om Chamantaka Manihartre Namaha. Om Naranarayanatmakaya Namaha. Om Kubja Krishnambaradharaya Namaha. Om Mayane Namaha. Om Parama Purushaya Namaha. Om Mushtikasura Chanura Malla Yuddha Visharadaya Namaha. Om Samsara Vairine Namaha. Om Kamsari Namaha. Om Murari Namaha. Om Narakantaya Namaha. Om Anadi Brahmacharine Namaha. Om Krishna Vyasana Karshakaya Namaha. Om Shishupala Siras Chetre Namaha. Om Duryodhana Kulantakaya Namaha. Om Vidrakrura Varadaya Namaha. Om Visvarupa Pradarshakaya Namaha. Om Satya Namaha. Om Satya Sankalpaya Namaha. Om Satya Bhamarataya Namaha. Om Jaine Namaha. Om Shubhadra Purvajaya Namaha. Om Jishnave Namaha. Om Bhishma Mukti Pradayakaya Namaha. Om Jagat Guruve Namaha. Om Jagannataya Namaha. Om Venanada Visharadaya Namaha. Om Rishabhasura Vidvamsine Namaha. Om Banasura Kolantakaya Namaha. Om Yudhishthira Pratishthartre Namaha. Om Barhi Barhavtamsakaya Namaha. Om Partha Sarathe Namaha. Om Agyaptaya Namaha. Om Geetamrita Mahodadye Namaha. Om Kaliya Pani Manikya Ranjita Sri Padambujaya Namaha. Om Damodharaya Namaha. Om Yajna Bhoktre Namaha. Om Danavendra Vinasakaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Parabrahmane Namaha. Om Pannakasana Vahanaya Namaha. Om Jala Krida Shama Shakta Gopi Vastrapaharakaya Namaha. Om Punya Slokaya Namaha. Om Trita Padaya Namaha. Om Veda Vidyaya Namaha. Om Dayanideye Namaha. Om Sarva Tirthatmakaya Namaha. Om Sarva Graharupine Namaha. Om Paratparaya Namaha.
Jai. Krishna Bhagwan ki
Jai.
jai. You've added so much auspiciousness to these events, Padmaja. Thank you very, very
Hare
much.
Krishna.
So I wanted to mention, you will be having younger sort of children, right? So we've got a few things for the youngsters going on at the moment. Oh yeah, let me stop the recording.